a simple method to adjust color. So what we're going to do is open up a photo here of the color I want to use. So I'm just going to do a really vague selection here using a selection tool. I'm just going to keep it with the elliptical marquee and kind of select this area of this green apple. So that means the color in this area is what I want to use on my vehicle. So I'm going to go back to my vehicle. Again, I'm going to make sure that this is unselected, it's unlocked. All right, so with the background layer, it tends to be locked. Sometimes things don't work right. So we want to unlock that. Okay, so here I need to select my orange vehicle. Couple of ways to do it. I'm going to use under the select menu, the color range, and it will open up a box that looks like this. And you can see that I'm getting a lot of the area in here, and if I drag different areas, different things tend to be selected. All right, and I can click out here as well. And fuzziness will increase or decrease the selected area. So if I want to bring her up a little bit here. All right, so that looks pretty good. I'm going to click OK. So what's not selected is the stripes, the areas that are in the creases of the door and parts of the car. I'm not going to worry about that right now. What I can do though is add some of this area. It looks like this area in front on the hood is not selected. So I'm going to go to the quick selection tool, and I'm going to make sure my add brush is the selected. You can change your brush size with the square bracket keys, which are located after the P on the keyboard. So I'm just going to click right here, and you can notice, whoop, that added some. That was a nice one, and that added a bunch more. So I could go over here and just add some more of this area if I wanted to. And I'm just dragging over top, and it's hitting some of these pixels and realizing, oh, those should be selected. Okay, so I'm not going to do a perfect job here. You can kind of get the idea of what I'm doing. Let's just see if we can get something here. Okay, let's go with this. Another area right in there. All right, so now with this selected, what I want to do is copy this selection to a new layer. And to do that, I can do a command or control and J. You see my new layer? So layer 1 is now on top, and it's just the car. I can turn this off to show you. All right. Now with it on a new layer, it gives me some more editing ability, and that's why I do that. So I'm not destroying the original. So now we're going to actually use what's called a match color. So under the image and adjustments, image menu and adjustments, we're looking for a match color, and a box will pop up that looks like this. And what I want to do is make sure that my source is defined. So my source is going to be the green apple. You can already see what just happened. Then my layer is pulling from this background layer of the green apple. So if I had multiple layers on that file, you would have to be aware of that. I can change color intensity, luminance in this area as well. I'm just going to leave it kind of at the default of where it was at, and we'll click OK. And so now the last piece here is to change my blend mode to hue. And by doing that, I can kind of preserve some of the areas. Now this, because of the selection here, it didn't get all of the areas within the rest, but that's a fast method of changing color in a photo.